So if you've been following the NBA the last 2 days, you would see Russell Westbrook had a historic triple-double performance versus the Indiana Pacers in a win when he had 35 points, 21 assists, and 14 rebounds. Something absolutely absurd and ridiculous like that. Stephen A. Smith the next morning on ESPN First Take then alluded to the fact of the matter that although Russell Westbrook's performance was amazing and it was great, he cares about Russell Westbrook winning a championship and how his three-point shooting has held him back. And he alluded to the fact that those stats mean absolutely nothing to him for Russell Westbrook in his scenario specifically. Russell Westbrook and his wife then clapped back the very next day, saying how he doesn't care about Stephen A. Smith's opinion and anybody's opinion about him and his legacy because he knows what he's done. He's earned to be a champion on the court and off the court. But let's stop wasting time and let's dive right into this. Let's hop right into this video. Now, on YouTube and on TikTok, I've been one of the guys that has been the most critical of Russell Westbrook since his MVP season after Kevin Durant departed. Every year ever since then, I've been critical of Russell Westbrook for a multitude of reasons, and triple doubles is one of them. Now, before I get into Russell Westbrook's past, let me talk about right now his comments and his wife's comments about Stephen A. Smith. And I mean absolutely no disrespect towards his wife and towards Russell Westbrook and him as a character, him as an individual. Not talk about Russell Westbrook, the basketball player, Russell Westbrook, the man, the leader, the person, the individual guy that he is, and the father that he is, the role model that he is, the guy who gives back to the community. I love that Russell Westbrook, and that is why I love LeBron James so much. Two high-class individuals who came from a rough background. Obviously, LeBron coming from Akron, Ohio, coming through a rough background, becoming the chosen one coming out of high school, and he has lived up to the potential and the greatness of LeBron James. Russell Westbrook, coming from the streets of Long Beach, California, playing at UCLA, becoming one of the greatest Hall of Fame first ballot point guards who have ever played the game, and being the guy who averaged a triple-double, the only guy to do it since Oscar Robertson back in 1962. That guy, that exact same guy, sits here and talks about Stephen A. Smith. I don't care about my legacy in terms of championships. You know what I care about? I care about my legacy off the court, which is completely fine. With all due respect, Russell Westbrook, you are allowed to have about a legacy about off the court. But aren't you the exact same guy that goes hard every single night? Aren't you the exact same guy that gives 110% and never cheats the fans, never cheats the game and the love of basketball? And you're going to sit here and talk about, you don't need championships. I'm already a champion. I made it out the streets. We're not denying that from you. We're talking about you as the basketball player, the guy who has a big ego, the guy who's let his ego get in the way of winning a championship, the guy whose three-point percentage over his career, 30% or lower, has gotten in the way of letting guys like Steph Curry and Damian Lillard outplay you in the playoffs. Russell Westbrook, you have played with Kevin Durant, James Harden on 2 occasions, Serge Ibaka, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, Victor Oladipo, Reggie Jackson, Dennis Schroeder, if I'm not mistaken. You have played with some amazing talent over your career, and you have 4 Western Conference Finals appearances. 1 making it to the NBA Finals when you, Harden, Ibaka, and KD were still pretty much puppies when you guys lost to the Miami Heat, and LeBron got that title there in Miami. You have no excuses for your lack of shortcomings in the playoffs as a basketball player. Nobody's attacking your individual characteristics as an individual man. You are a great leader, role model, individual, husband, father, you name it. You're that guy that gives back to the community. You are an amazing person like that. This is not an indictment on your character. It's an indictment on your basketball career. We hold you to a higher standard, Russell Westbrook, because of your level of greatness. You are such a phenomenally talented, athletic, explosive point guard that we hold you to a higher standard. You're not even a top 10 point guard. How sad is that? You're averaging a triple-double with Bradley Beal in your backcourt. You're not even a top 10 point guard right now. You're maybe a top 10 point guard of all time. And you know why we hold guys like you to a higher standard than others? Because you're better than them. You're a better individual player than them, but you're not a better team player than them. I don't want to hear about the assist. Your assists are great. I think that you facilitate well, and I think you mean well. But you know where I don't think you mean well? Is when you let your stats get in the way of your performance. When are you going to show up in the playoffs? Kevin Durant leaves after you blow a 3-1 lead alongside Kevin Durant in the Western Conference Finals to a 73-9 Golden State Warriors team. You're a part of that problem, Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant then departs. He leaves you high and dry. Let's all feel bad for Russell Westbrook. He goes and averages a triple-double the next year, which was a little bit fluctuated, but that's besides the point. That is historic and that is amazing as an individual basketball player. You lose to James Harden in the first round. Great. Next year, rookie Donovan Mitchell and Joe Ingles gives you the business along with Paul George and Carmelo Anthony in the playoffs. You lose 4-2. The next year, Damian Lillard hits that 50-footer and sends you home again in 5. Then you go get traded to Houston alongside James Harden, and you go and lose to the LA Lakers in the semifinal, and you get gentlemen swept. Now you're playing with Bradley Beal in the backcourt, and you're below 500. You have nothing to show come playoff time in recent memory and history. You couldn't get it done with all of these amazing teammates you've had over the years. You had floor spacing. You had great teammates. You had good coaches. What's the excuse, Russell? What is the excuse? You're the sole reason why Kevin Durant left. Your ego and your personality is the reason why guys do not want to play with you. You know why we don't care about your triple doubles, Russell Westbrook? Is because we're used to it. You're that great. We know you can average a triple double. Great. What are you going to do about it come playoff time? You're telling me you don't care about championships? Get out of here with that BS. You are going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, no question. And you're telling me you don't care about championships? Let me read you a quote from Russell Westbrook on what he said regarding Stephen A. Smith. My legacy, like I've mentioned before, is not based on what I do on the court. My legacy is about what I do off the floor. How many people I'm able to impact and inspire along my journey. Great. Russell, that is amazing. You're using the platform that the NBA has given you to do better things in the community and to spread awareness. That is great. That's lovely. We all love and care about that. That shows how great of a man you are. We're talking about you as the basketball player. Get that through your head. Why does everybody defend this man? And I'm not saying every great who's came into the NBA has won championships. Look at guys like Stockton, Malone, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, and the list goes on and on and on. Chris Paul's probably never going to win a ring either. The list goes on. The difference is we hold you to a higher standard in today's modern NBA because of your triple doubles, and we know what you can do. If Luka Doncic gets a triple double, we are going to praise him. He's a puppy in this league. He hasn't had enough opportunity to win championship teams, and he hasn't had really a championship caliber player around him. If Zion Williamson gets a triple double, we're going to praise him. He's a puppy in this league. Russell Westbrook, you've been at it for over 10 years. You've had multiple opportunities to win a championship, and you have shown nothing for it in terms of a championship. And you know who's to blame for that? It's you. Stop blaming everybody else. Stop making excuses. Everybody needs to stop making excuses for Russell Westbrook. I'm sick and tired of Russell Westbrook getting all the love and praise in the world and saying, stop hating on greatness. Appreciate greatness while we have it. Oh, I don't need to worry about championships because I know my legacy is going to be built off the court. I don't need anybody giving me justifications. Sorry, Stephen A. Smith. Me and my wife are going to do that. Great, bro. I'm happy for you and your wife. I wish I had a woman, and I hope that I have a woman one day that'll defend me like the way your woman did. That is amazing. That is beautiful. That is no indictment on her, your marriage, on you as a character, as a person. We love Russell Westbrook the person. I love Russell Westbrook the person. I care about your intentions and your actions as a basketball player. You have came up short on multiple occasions, and you are the sole purpose for that. I am sick and tired of the excuses. Russell Westbrook, we would love to see you get a championship. But you know who's holding themselves back? It's you. Stop worrying about everybody else. Do your part. Accept the fact that you are never going to be a number 1 or a number 2 option on a championship team. Take a step back. Be a better three-point shooter. Become a better basketball player and take that step back. And maybe you can win a championship one day. You're getting paid $41 million on a $200+ million contract to win regular season games, to put up numbers in the regular season, put up triple doubles. Cool. Nobody's paying you for that. The Wizards are not paying you to go out there and put up triple doubles in the regular season to not even make the playoffs. The Rockets did not trade for you to go put up triple doubles in the regular season when you averaged 27, 7, and 7 in one of your better seasons, if you ask me, to get bounced out in the second round versus the LA Lakers, granted the defending champs. But we're not paying you for that and to deliver. Russell, you're an amazing character, an amazing man off the court. I have never denied that, and nor will I ever deny that. Russell, and to all his supporters, stop defending this man as the basketball player. Regular season Russell Westbrook is cool, it's fine, it's dandy. We don't care about it anymore. We know what you can do. Get it done. That's all I gotta say. That's it for this video. Whether you guys like the video or not, that's great, that's fine, that's dandy. I'm speaking my opinion on Russell Westbrook and on Stephen A. Smith's situation. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe down below. And if you dislike, that's completely fine. Go leave a hate comment. Go leave a thumbs down if you'd like, if you don't agree with what I got to say. But Russell Westbrook, we hold you to that higher standard for a reason. Make sure you guys go follow me on all my socials on Instagram and on TikTok. I'm going to link to those in the description down below as well. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out, boys. Peace!